Did y'all see the video with the white man asking black people to step up and save America? Excuse me, sir. Didn't we try to sound the alarm and tell y'all that the competition that happened in November of last year, if you voted for the wrong person, what was going to happen? See, black people are the originators of all skin folk and kinfolk. We know that just because somebody look like you doesn't mean they have your best interests. So y'all now, your livelihood is affected, your business is affected, your family are affected. So now y'all are concerned and scared and worried and want us to step up and save y'all. And you know what's going to happen right after we save y'all? I mean, do we look like the Black Avengers? Right after we save y'all, y'all gonna go back to doing the same thing? So absolutely not. This is the consequences of your actions, and y'all are going to have to sit with it. In the black community, there's a saying that I'm sure a lot of y'all have heard. You will be okay once.
Black people, you've made your point. Change in America can't happen without black folks. We need y'all back in the fight. Please and thank you. Aw, do the minorities and white people realize without black Americans, nothing is really going to succeed? But in reality, you don't want black Americans because we see how you guys view us when we try and run for office. You guys only see us as cattle and fodder to your cause. You want us to be on the front lines because you know it can get aggressive, shit will turn up, and you guys don't really care about our voice though. And we have had enough of that. And still seeing how you guys are acting in 2026 with Jasmine Crockett tells us everything. You guys don't want us to be in leadership positions. You guys just want us to be on the front lines. It is no different than the world wars when they put the black people on the front lines. That's all you guys see us, no matter what side, whether it's on the left or on the right. You guys want black people on the front lines and you want them to put their lives on the line. And enough is enough. You need to fix your own problems and fix your own people and have them finally wake up and stop voting against their best interests. But are you going to do that? No, because you want us.
I come to y'all because a lot of the times people don't know what's going on politically around me. Therefore, I can't have intellectual conversations with people and they give a damn. Or know who Peter Thiel is. Or know who J.D. Vance is. Or know of Gavin Newsom. They don't know what the fuck is going on, nor do they give a fuck. I just had like a low-key, high-key argument with my spouse. Without putting him on the spot, I just think it's ignorant to sit and think that none of this shit that's happening across states will not affect your black ass. Oh, it pisses me off when I hear black people say, I don't listen to politics. It's too much fear mongering. I don't keep up with this and that because, you know, my kids need to eat today, or I have stuff and bills that I got to pay for today. I seen this video last night at 2:30 in the morning from Yaya. I'm gonna tag her. I watch her content frequently, but when I saw that she gave confirmation to something that was in the pit of my fucking stomach, that Americans, black Americans, need to be getting their passports and thinking of an exit plan, as folks around her that are in higher positions in law enforcement has advised her to, one, to stop speaking against this administration on these public platforms, or two, get you an exit plan, because although it don't feel bad right now, a lot of shit feels normal. That's what it's supposed to feel like. It's supposed to feel like it's normal that U.S. troops are being sent to Washington, New York, Chicago. We're supposed to feel that normalcy for a while, because when the escalation happens, y'all, we know, be no resistance. I thought in the beginning of this election that we all agreed that we would resist. Always knew that it was going to be us. Some of us are stuck dealing with this bullshit that people voted into office. No other option than to stay.
Yeah, I just seen the funniest thing, and I wanted to scroll back to the guy to get his name, but I refreshed my page on accident. He just said, "Meanwhile, America is falling apart, and black people trying to learn a line dance with fans." I can't even clock it. Hold on, wait. Clock it. What the fuck? Clock it. Clock it. It's a fucking duck. Clock.
Black people still want reparations. And I was talking to my friend the other day, and he said that he grew up in a single mother household, and it was absolutely horrible because he had no idea who his dad was. And I jumped in and I said right away, how do you think that you deserve reparations if you don't even know your father's lineage? And he looked at me and we both just chuckled, you know. And it reminded me of a time where back in the day we used to make fun of stereotypes. We used to make fun of a certain group that loved chicken and watermelon, and you know, you can offer these things to those people and they'd laugh, but they'd still eat the watermelon. And then we'd say things like, takes one to know one. And we'd also say that certain people weren't allowed to bring food to the cookout because they don't know how to season their food. So it's best for them to bring the silverware and the paper plates, because that would support the mission the most, the best way that they could. And so it's like we've gotten into this point now where you can't even play with stereotypes, because back then we still loved each other and we still were able to hang out and we're still able to be families. Back then we used to look after our communities a lot better, but we've gotten to a point where people are just so sensitive they can't handle anything, and everything is racist and everything is bad. And if you look at our children, you realize that they also too can't handle anything anymore. There's no more resilient children because they're so emotional about everything. Society is just, I don't know, it's just sad right now. It's pretty pathetic.
So Republican states of Ohio, West Virginia, and I think South Carolina are giving their National Guard to Trump. Around 1,500 National Guard soldiers will be in D.C. walking around trying to intimidate the black community. You heard me. This ain't got nothing to do with nobody else but us, okay? They are arresting black men. They're only looking and targeting minorities. I saw a girl make a video saying that they were waiting at the bus stop, pulling people off. They pushed the white folks aside. They pulled off the black folks and I think an Asian lady. They don't give a fuck about white folks. They are targeting black people and minorities. And for our black men, I'm going to need y'all to just do me one big favor. Please come together. Please come. Don't let them take us so easily. This is not the time for infighting. We need to be protecting each other, because now it is us against them. It ain't nothing else. These white folks in that fucking White House, they hate us. They hate black people. And the whole reason they want to get rid of immigrants is to put black people in a place that they deem appropriate for us, which is at the bottom of this goddamn country. Don't let them bully us. They are putting us on the TVs. Don't let them make it so easy. Get us off the fucking streets. Get us in the house. Make sure y'all protecting each other. Making sure y'all have each other's back. Because the time right now is for us to come together like we came together during the election. Because these white folks, they fucking hate us. And we always knew that if they ever had a chance, we would be their main targets. And now is the time, because after he's done with DC, he's going to move over to Baltimore, to Oakland. Hell, he may bring his ass to Atlanta, New Orleans. We don't know what his next move is, but we know who the target is. So y'all please just stay safe.
That Azrael Rodriguez guy, first of all, sir, fuck you. I just want to say that with the bottom of my heart. You can go to the deepest depths of hell. I mean that. And second of all, sir, leave black people alone. Like, we did what the fuck we supposed to do at them polls. Because I swear, y'all always ask us to be y'all attack dogs and soldiers. Whenever something goes wrong, y'all always ask us to fix it. Leave us alone. We're not the magical Negro. We're not going to fix your problem for you. This is what you asked for. And mind you, that nigga is a Trump supporter. He voted for Trump. Leave us alone. Y'all never ask nobody else. Y'all don't ask the Asians. Y'all don't ask Latinos. Y'all don't ask the indigenous Americans. Y'all always ask black people. Because you know that if we go out there, we'll be targeted first. And we make sure everybody benefits from hard work. Leave us alone. Because no, we're not saving you from the consequences of your actions. Mind you, black people, especially black women, they've been screaming from the rooftops about everything that Trump's administration was doing and going to do since 2022. We warned y'all. What the fuck is y'all talking about? But y'all will let anger and hatred blind y'all, and now you gotta suffer from the consequences.
So, right now, we all know, we all see, you have been seeing for some days, for some months, America is collapsing, the country is losing its way, the politics is just getting out of hand, and people are not even able to afford some things, some basic things in the country, and they claim to be the best continent the best country in the world, whereby you can find everything you want, your dream life, your dream job, and everything is there. But now, how? The country is collapsing and they want help from the black people. Who else would come here and help them if not black people? So they want help and they are really in need of help. It's emergency, right? I have clips of them. America is collapsing politically, financially, like everything is collapsing in America. People would be able to afford some things in America, right? Clips here. I will come back.
Ain't nothing more American than black folks. That's just facts. Built this whole damn country for free. Every brick, every rail, every road laid with blood and sweat that never got a paycheck. And what did they get in return? Chains, whips, red lines, nooses, Jim Crow, COINTELPRO, prisons, knees on necks, bullets in backs. Ain't no other group forced to love a country that hates them like this. That's strength. That's America. 400 years of free labor built the economy. Cotton alone was worth $3 billion in 1860. That is trillions today. Wall Street, founded on slave trade. The White House, built by enslaved hands. Every dollar ever printed got black labor backed into it. But tell a racist that and they act like it's a history opinion. They fought in every war. Crispus Attucks bled first for this country in 1770. Black soldiers saved America in the Civil War. Hell, World War II fought Hitler while getting lynched at home. Vietnam drafted in disproportionate numbers. The thanks they got? GI Bills blocked, housing loans denied, neighborhoods flooded with heroin by their own government. Look it up. And you still got racists yelling, "Go back to Africa," like they ain't the original stolen property. Malcolm X said it best. We didn't land on Plymouth Rock. The rock landed on us. Ain't that the truth? Black folks got every right to hate this place, but they stay. They fight. They create. They revolution.
One day y'all will understand and get that they always have tested things on us. So that way they can implement it on all of you. They always test things on us. So that way they can successfully implement it on everyone. Black people have been trying to tell y'all about policing, military, all those things. We have told y'all, we have warned y'all. That's what the Black Lives Matter protests were about. It's about the fact that if they can do this to us, it's only a matter of time before they do it to you. We were the experiments. Unfortunately, the people of color were the experiments. The Latin community were the experiments. The immigrants were the experiments. They tested it on them so they can implement it on everybody. And what y'all got to understand about this too, because a lot of people don't understand this about whiteness. I thought y'all would have understood after the Kyle Rittenhouse thing, but I think people forgot. When you choose to buck against whiteness, whiteness will attack you. Whiteness will dispose of you. That even includes if you're white. If you are, that's why I always say I like white people who other white people can't stand. Because when you are white and you decide to buck against a system of whiteness will say, oh, you're expendable. Look at what they did to all the abolitionists. Look at what they used to do to white people who would be at civil rights marches. They don't care. They're not gonna be like, oh, you're white. Like, they don't care. If you are bucking against whiteness, whiteness will attack, whiteness will kill you. And that is why since day one with the BLM movement, we always, and not even just BLM movement, with civil rights, everything, we have always talked to y'all about whiteness and why it's important to eradicate it, because whiteness is killing us all. But y'all missed that lecture. Y'all didn't understand because y'all allowed them to do what they usually do, what they've been doing since they created racism, which was, look at them. They're trying to attack you, making us the enemy. No, we were your oracles. We're not your...
America is going to collapse, and it might not be today, but we definitely don't have 50 more years. It doesn't matter if Trump leaves office today. It doesn't matter what politician gets into office, because you can't put a Band-Aid on what was built broken. Putting a different politician in office is only delaying the inevitable. There are foundational flaws built inside the system. And no one wants to admit it, but most of it has to do with institutional racism and slavery. We built our entire economy off of free and cheap labor. How long did they think that was going to last? I mean, realistically, we have another 10 years max. If it wasn't for the pandemic, this could have went on maybe another 50 years. But because the pandemic put a strain on such an already flawed economy, it has put us back at least 20 years. It has taken 20 plus years off the American life system. It no longer can live. I mean, literally, there's nothing that can be saved. Nothing. Agriculture is going to die. I mean, look at what's happening with Nevada. The reason that Nevada's economy is going bankrupt is because it literally operated off of cheap Hispanic labor. Without cheap labor, They literally cannot have an economy. They cannot afford to pay white people to work because they know white people are going to demand a livable wage. Y'all can say whatever, but the entire system runs on defrauding people. I mean, just think about the prison industrial system. Another form of cheap slave labor. It's the reason why black people get arrested and convicted at higher rates than white people, because they need a class of people to abuse in order to keep the economy going. Our economy is systematically flawed. We are screwed no matter how many band-aids we put on it. There is no way that the economy won't eventually fail. So who cares if Trump is moving it forward? Because
now, I think it's come to the point where America is falling apart. I am not a political person. I have very little knowledge when it comes to politics. And the fact that I'm making a video about this is kind of concerning to me. Now, before I get started with my opinions, I know a lot of you are going to jump at my neck and try to tell me that that should not be allowed to go on.
Let's listen to what the American people have to say.
But I'm finding myself in a position now where we're making more money than we've ever made, and we are literally the brokest we've ever been. Brokest we've ever been.
But I'm making the most money I ever had my entire life. My husband and I, between the two of us, gross, make like over $80,000 a year. And if you told me a few years ago that $80,000 a year was not going to be enough for a family of four.
I make more than what I made back in 2015.
No sense.
But I am still literally living paycheck to paycheck.
I have to work 60 hours a week and make $80,000 a year to make ends meet. That's insane.
60 hours a week.
I can't even begin to wrap my head around it.
Financially, I don't understand anymore. I don't understand how I make $34 an hour. And
they're crying out for help.
Can't function. I can't function. I can't pay my bills.
There's nothing in my life that I can look forward to long term. Like, I can find things that excite me or make me happy or that I'm thankful for in my day-to-day life, but there's nothing in the long run that feels worth it.
I shouldn't be struggling. We make enough money that I shouldn't be struggling. Where's the point?
And what I'm about to say is for entertainment purposes only. And that leads me back to my point that I always say is we're stuck inside of our root chakra. We're stuck in survival mode, constantly survival mode. People working 60 hours a week and still can't make ends meet. Let me know in the comments on what y'all think about what the American people.
Watching Donald Trump literally tear down the White House is very symbolic. A White House that was originally built by black slaves, might I add. For years, the propaganda has been pushed that black people were going to destroy America, that black people were uncivilized, that our culture was literally steeped in destruction. And now we are sitting in real time in 4K watching a white man completely destroy America. But one thing it does do is allows for the propaganda to now be unveiled as the lie that it has always been. But just like the original White House was built by black folks, when they destroy this country as you know it, black folks will be the ones to rebuild and lead the next one.
Now, you see, a country that has been being praised for centuries, being the best country where people can have their best life, their dream jobs, their dream cars, and everything, their dream houses. Today, now, it's other way around. Back in the day, they never used to post these things on for us to see, to watch, and they never used to do them for us. But now, they are able to post how much they're suffering, how much they are struggling, how much they are not able to afford some basic things. Somebody can't afford groceries. Somebody can't afford gas. Somebody can't afford food. Somebody can't afford like everything is skyrocketing and it's getting out of hand, and they won't be able to afford all these things. And then maybe before this year ends, because this year there's an election. I hope they vote wisely this year. I hope they be able to vote wisely. God. Somebody asked God. God, give me wisdom. God told him that I can't give you wisdom. Anyhowly, I can't give wisdom just anyhow because you have asked for wisdom. I can't do that. But you can find wisdom out yourself. You can find wisdom by yourself, by your own hands. You know how? God gave him a problem. God gave him an issue to solve. Man sat, watched, and was able to solve the issue. All right? Then I went and again and prayed to God. God, I'm asking for wisdom. If I was able to solve this, then give me wisdom. God can't give you wisdom with hands. God gives you a problem to solve, to be wise. That's how somebody gets wisdom. God has chosen Trump to awake Americans, to awake white people. God is using Trump as a punishment to the white Americans. Why? For in the Bible, in the book of Joel chapter 3, it said that God himself will put you in a valley of judgment. And then, whoever was molesting, mocking his people, abusing them, he will be judged with every nation that they have been messing up, mocking, and doing other bad things. So God is using Trump to teach America to make you awake, to put that into your heads. Not because I'm brown, I'm white. I'm black, I'm African. I'm not even African American, I'm African. I've been born here, I've been raised here, I've never been wished to go anywhere from being in Africa because I'd rather live and die in Africa because it's the best place to be. But America is a trap, America is a cult. Being America is just being a cult, man. Being there, just being like you are forcing yourself to afford anything you can afford. Mind you, you can have same life somewhere else in Africa. While America is collapsing, Africa are rising. Africa, not even black people, Africa is rising. America is collapsing, Africa is rising. Why? I'll tell you why. Because, look at us in Africa. Somebody has one job, 8 hours a day, and they are okay with that. They are fine with that. Why? They're living their life according to their own means. In America, somebody has 3 jobs. 3 jobs a day. And they better survive. Tell me. Are you living there for money? Now, being in America feels like now we came in the world for money. We came in the world to look for money. Only. Wealth. Being rich. That's all we came in the world for. That's how it's now feeling. Because now, if now that's the case, somebody has to work for 3 jobs, 4 jobs a day to survive in a country. That's a cult. America is a cult. So it's collapsing because people are now awakening and opening the eyes like, I'm seeing this clearly. I'm being used, I'm being abused, I'm being taken for granted, I'm being taken like I don't matter. Somebody comes in public, lie to you, and you believe in him and vote for him because he is white like you. No. You can't right now you can't even protest for your own rights. Today, being America, having a car of your own, having a house of your own is a luxury. Eating good food is a luxury in America. Can you imagine that? Just eating good food is a luxury. And they still feel like they are the best country in the world. They have been taught to look down on everyone. No matter how poor you are still better than anybody else outside America. No matter how much you are struggling, you are still better off than somebody who is living out there in another country. Yo, that's a lie. That's a damn fucking lie. And you are being taken for granted because you are there. You can't. Because if ICE are killing people, white people are killing white people. White people are killing white people meant African to hate their own people, to hate their own neighbors, to hate their own brothers and sisters and everything. Now, the narrative starts changing. They are now the one killing themselves, killing their own people. White killing white. Why? Why? It's converting. The karma is here. And they're saying that they can't bear it. But I've been through this, black people have been through this, have been struggling, crying out there, but they have been through this whole struggle. And they're still surviving, they're still living their best life. You know what I mean by that? Tell me in the comments. Is the collapse of America being ruined by their own hands, or the government, or the system, or who is really destroying America? Tell me in the comments. Be blessed, I love you. I'm out, and peace be with you till next episode.